How you doing there, Vinyl Community? My name is, the name of the channel is The Vinyl Word with Hal and Blind. Now, I've got another channel where it's called Smoking Cigars with Hal and Blind, where I just sit around, smoke cigars, and talk about them and stuff like that. But I've been watching all you guys' videos, your vinyl videos, and I love them. Been watching for about 3 or 4 years and really started getting into it. I've got gobs of vinyl. Years and years ago, I probably had about 2,000 albums at one time, but then, you know what happens when you get married and you have to get rid of them all while I'm single again. I've got a Marantz 6100 turntable going through a Yamaha amp that doesn't have a preamp, so my good buddy Tony down in Murfreesboro at a high-end audio store sent me a really nice turntable preamp. Now, this is just real quick. I'm going to go through some things that I've just found. I tried this video earlier and the quality was so bad. And I was doing an opening of the John Coltrane Blue Train album, so I've already done that opening, so I'll just review the record just a tad for the one guy who does the Tales of the Dead Wax. I can't remember his name. Because he showed that not long ago, showed the different Blue Train reissues. The original on Discogs is going for over $1,100 from 1957, but we'll talk about that later. Mine is from DOL, and actually the sound quality is not that bad. It does not sound like a CD. It's not heavily compressed, as you can hear a little bit. But anyway, let me go through just a few things right now that I picked up yesterday for 49 cents. Some of you guys out there, you do some great videos. Tim Allen, me, Mr. Mayo, Flipside CT, another fat guy with a beard talking about records. And I know you're into country music. Later on the videos, I'll do some stuff showing some of my old country. Now all this stuff that I picked up yesterday is in really, really good shape, except for the Herb Alpert album that you'll see. But it's a good quality. Good quality. Yesterday, the 17th, the 16th I should say, picked up this stuff at the Goodwill, 49 cents a piece, Glen Campbell, Burning Bridges. Now there's some good country on here, and this is in pretty good shape. It's got a tad bit of a warp, but I'm going to try to flatten it out a little bit. Burning Bridges, Glen Campbell. I got a gob of Glen Campbell. Later on I'll do just a whole video about Glen Campbell stuff. The guy who basically got his start playing for the Wrecking Crew. He's the only guy in the bunch that couldn't read music, but he had a nice solo career, hell of a guitar player. Even played bass for the Beach Boys during the period of time where Brian Wilson was making Pet Sounds with the Wrecking Crew. Glen Campbell. Now, here's the Herb Alpert that I'm talking about. Now this guy, he was a stand-up guy. This was his first album, A&M Records, that he formed with Jerry Moss. He got the Wrecking Crew guys to play on this because he had no money. He didn't pay them a whole lot. Great story if you got Netflix. Go find the Wrecking Crew documentary and find out this guy was a stand-up guy. It's a great album, The Lonely Bull. The rest of the stuff is pretty good. But it's Herb Alpert. It's great, and he was just a stand-up guy. I picked up some recent Kenny Rogers. One I used to have years and years ago. Something's Burning, and then. But when I got back into vinyl, one of the first ones I bought was Tell It All Brother. Well, I got this for 49 cents yesterday. Kenny Rogers and the first edition's Greatest Hits. Now this has got everything on it. Ruby Don't Take Your Love to Town. Something's Burning just dropped in. Tell It All Brother. Really, really good record. In excellent shape on the Reprise record label. Conway Twitty. Country guy, right? Okay, well back in the olden days, he was a rock and roller. This is called Conway Twitty Sings the Blues. It's on the MGM Blue Gold label. It is a reissue of an older Black Label MGM album with another song added. Give you a list of some of the tunes. This is really good. If you're a Conway fan and you like rock and roll, Big Boss Man, I Got a Woman, Looking Back, Hound Dog. He Kicks Hound Dog. Man, this is a great record and in excellent condition for 49 cents. Conway Twitty Sings the Blues. Lou Christie had a couple of hits. One of them was called Lightning Strikes, and usually they always put the big hit as the first song on an album. This one is the very last song on side 2, because that way you listen to Lou Christie from the first song to the last, because you want to get to Lightning Strikes. Black MGM label's got a hole in here, so it was a cutout. For 49 cents, and I've seen this on eBay a whole lot higher than this, and this is a fantastic album. Fantastic. Every song on it is a winner. Really, really good. Many a tear has to fall, but it's all in the game with Tommy Edwards from the old Black MGM label. Now here's the problem. It's great, and this is a great album. I used to have a reissue of this many years ago on the Blue and Gold MGM label. It's got all these hits. It's All in the Game, Morning Side of the Mountain, Please Mr. Sun, Please Love Me Forever. It's a great album. The problem is it says stereo, and it means if you listen to that speaker, you're hearing the background music and the background singers. If you listen to this speaker, you're hearing a little bit of the music, and Tommy Edwards only, his voice over here. I don't like that. I'd much rather had the original mono version. But this is really good. It's in great shape. I love these songs. Chilled out with this last night and just mellowed down with a nice cigar. All alone am I, with nothing left but the beating of my heart. 49 cents. Brenda Lee. Still got the Shrink. Decca Records. Excellent. Excellent condition. This album is great. It's got the hit All Alone Am I, with chorus and orchestra conducted by Owen Bradley. So this was recorded down in Nashville, Tennessee at Owen Bradley's Kwanzaa Hut. Fantastic record. Give you an idea of where my tastes flow a little bit. Kingston Trio on the old red, I don't want to pull it all the way out, on the old red and white Capitol Starline label. This is in great shape. It's some good folk stuff. It's their Volume 3 greatest hits. Of course, they had the Hanging on Your Head Tom Dooley back in the 50s. And but this is a good record. I like some good folk music, man. How many people watch Curb Your Enthusiasm with Larry David? His dad, Shelley Bergman, was a comedian in the show. His dad, Shelley Bergman, was a comedian back in the days. This is on the old Blue Verve label. This is fantastic. It's in excellent shape. Probably only played maybe once or twice when it originally came out. It's in great shape. Great shape. Gloria by 1982. I had to get this for 50 cents. Laura Branigan. I had this when it first came out brand new. Now this one was manufactured at the RCA Music Service license, up in Indianapolis, just up the road from where I'm at, Indianapolis, Indiana, for obviously the RCA Record Club. But the quality is pretty good. Quality is pretty good on the Atlantic label. Got this from eBay yesterday. It just came in yesterday. Original Reprise Records, stereo, really good quality, really good sound. Noel Harrison, Suzanne, the old Leonard Cohen tune. The first time I ever heard this song was back in the 60s when it first came out, when I first discovered FM radio. Noel Harrison. Really good record. I think I got it for like $2 or $3 plus shipping. It was $3, so it came out to be about $5 or something like that. You know, and these shipping prices kill me. You'll see an album on eBay, $2, shipping $15. Give me a little bit more, just real quick. You know, had the original Beatles White Album back in the day. This is on the 80s pressing, red Capitol, orange Capitol. Bobby Darin found this. This is an original 58 pressing with the old yellow Atco label. It's got some pops and noise and stuff. But Beyond the Sea, Mac the Knife. Bert Kempert on the old Decca label. Trumpet player. This guy did some really good stuff. Almost Herb Alberish, you know. Jethro Tull. You really can't see the cover, but it's on Chrysalis label. Living in the Past. Yeah, I can't even see. There it is. Got it on eBay. This was $10. $6 for the record. $40 ship from Columbus, Ohio. Got here in about 3 or 4 days. Another guy had the same deal. It was like 5 and 5 from California. I know from California, USPS. You know, they would have sent it to Alaska first. One of the last ones I'll show you just real quickly. Thomas Dolby. This is the one that's got I Scare Myself and Hyperactivate. Flatter. This is a good album. I used to have this when it first came out. This back in the 80s. Capitol Records. Really, really good record. And it's on the new old Capitol, I guess you could say. Now, the one guy that does the Tales from the Dead wax, he was talking about the John Coltrane's Blue Train album, all the Blue Note reissues, and I thought, yeah, I'd like to have that album. It's a great record. I heard it. It's a great record. So I find it on eBay from Import CDs up in Shepherdsville, Kentucky, just up the road. I could have driven there in 30 minutes. But they mailed it to me for $13.88 free shipping. And then the Dead Wax guy was talking about, you know, the Blue Note reissues and how great they are. So I started getting skeptical, especially when I sent him a message asking if he knew about the DOL label. And he said basically it's a CD turned into an album. Well, it's only 180 gram. I was kind of leery, but I just listened to it all the way through. It does not sound like a CD. There's no compression. I mean, it sounds live, very live in the room with you. Not like a CD. Very, very good quality. And the surface sound is quiet. So, anyway, I'm going to do show you one more real quick. Paul McCartney Ram. It's one of the first pressings. I forget where it was pressed. Look it up on Discogs. It's the one that's got the numbers on the label. One more. How many of you guys remember the 60s and the 70s, a singer by the name of Turley Richards? He lives just across the river in Louisville, Kentucky. And I found this still sealed up, a 1970 pressing, original pressing, of Fairview. There's a joke in that title. If you get his book Blindsided, you'll find out what Fairview means. But Atlantic Records, Mickey Fleetwood playing drums on a few songs produced by Turley Richards. It's got the big hit. There's some, where's it? The one song on here. He just does some great versions of some good songs. A lot of them that he's written on the Atlantic labels. And I got this sealed up for $9 off eBay. That's all I'm going to show right now. I'm going to make some more videos later. Some of my country, show some of my jazz. There's really good stuff on the jazz. But I'm glad vinyl is back. And like Mike Fremer says, it really never went away. And I'm adding, and it's here to stay. So thank you guys in the vinyl community. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to make some more. I enjoy all your videos. Keep making them. Whenever I see a vinyl video, I'll click on it, I'll watch it, and then most of the time I'll subscribe. I've subscribed to a lot of them under my old Smoking Cigars with Hal and Blind, but I'm doing everything vinyl-wise on this channel, The Vinyl Word. If you're on Facebook, look up The Vinyl Word and join. Like my page. I'm showing a lot of stuff on there that I've just picked up. So hopefully this video turned out good, and we'll see you next time.